And that is what we mean by dedicating our action to God. That it's an attitude. And it comes when we drop our selfishness, drop our all these other attitudes which we have, and create this great attitude of dedicating it to the Lord. And this we practice while doing puja and all. A puja is a practice of learning to dedicate. Once that is done regularly, we learn to offer everything unto that Lord. So our life itself becomes like an offering. Our walking, our talking, our breathing. Yad yat karma karomi tat tadakhilam shambho tavaradhanam. A devotee says, whatever karma I do, it is an offering to you, O Lord. So that is what we mean by dedicating our actions to God. It's not just to keep an image of some Krishna or Rama or Shiva. We can keep that image, but we should understand when we say Shiva, when we say Rama, we mean that self which is pulsating in everyone, in a tiny little ant also. Not only in Hindus, but in Muslims, in Islam, the Christians, in everyone. God is not confined to one religion. God is not confined to one geographical area. He is not confined to one. God is not Hindu or Muslim, actually, really speaking. God is everywhere. He is in the heart of all beings. Even a tiny little ant, same Lord is there. So, Mai Sarvani Karmani Sanyasya Adhyatma Chetasa. Adhyatma Chetasa is very important, that we have to keep tuned to the Lord. Then only we will be able to dedicate all our actions to God. This is like our mobile phone. What? Please tell me about mobile phone. Whenever I give example of mobile phone, people are very happy. Because that is the only thing is very dear to us. We keep it with us all the time. Very close to our heart. We might rather forget other things, but not our this. It should be all the time very close. And whenever it even tickles, we feel so great joy. In our pocket, if it is vibrating, we feel, कोई तो मुझे याद कर रहा है. मेरा भक्त मुझे याद कर रहा है. So we feel great joy. Therefore, I will give that example. Suppose you call your friend, a dear friend, and then you are online with that friend, talking to that friend with that, what you call that, hands-free. And you're constantly talking. But you're also constantly doing your work. You're driving, should not do that. You're cooking, you're walking, you're talking, you're buying, you're fighting, you're interacting with the world, you're doing your work, but constantly But sometimes suddenly the connection gets disturbed, or it gets you get disconnected. Then you again dial up and again get connected. Similarly, Adhyatma Chetasa means remaining constantly connected to God. Remain within the range. Don't go out of range. See that those towers are there around you. Towers of satsang, towers of good books, towers of good people around. They are the great towers actually. Full coverage you get there. But if you go away, then sometimes dim you can hear Bhagwan's voice. Little faint like. So again come back into that good area. So that is called Adhyatma Chetasa, remaining tuned to our own inner self, to God within us, and to God who is all pervading, to be tuned to Him all the time. Just like a singer When the singers sing, they have this someone playing behind it, what you call tanpura. Or nowadays, mechanical thing is there. They switch it on, and the tanpura is constantly is there. Whatever their swara is there, sa, and constantly. We might feel क्यों उधर बजा रहे वहाँ पर पता नहीं क्यों क्या, but that's very important to them. Slide, it goes up and down, they get disturbed. So again they tune it up at the exact swara. Then whatever they sing, they come back to that sa. Otherwise they may go to some other sa. Those people may say wah, but they might go to other sa. Great singer, they say that every day if we don't practice, even one day we miss our practice, then we understand, we recognize it, that we have committed some mistake, means when singing. But more days if we practice, then people also recognize who listen. So to be in tune with God and everyday practicing to be in tune with God is what we call performing the puja or japa or attending satsang, reading some good spiritual books, contemplating, interacting with other seekers. We remain in tune with the Lord. That's very important. Otherwise your battery charge goes down. So it should be done constantly. So Bhagavan says, offering all your actions unto me and remaining in tune with me with your mind. Three things he mentions now. Nirashihi, nirmamaha, and vigatajvaraha bhutva yudhyasva. Having become these three, you fight this war. Arjuna's duty was to fight the war, so he is telling him to fight the war. But this message is given to everyone, so for us, whatever our duties, our responsibilities, we should perform, giving up these three. What are these three? Becoming free from asha, nirashihi. Asha means expectation. Expectation means thinking about the future. See, one has to plan for the future, and think about the future also. But one should not live in the future. There is a difference between living in future. Sometimes we say, na, pata nahi kahan rehta hai ye aajkal. Arey, he is there at home only, but he is living somewhere else. So, some people live in future and some live in past. Some live both actually. They do shunting like. So living in future is called asha, to have some expectation of a glorious or some future, that tomorrow I will be happy, tomorrow I will have great success, tomorrow I will have better life, better things. That means disrespecting the present. One lives in the future. That's called having asha, having some expectations about future. Bhagavan says drop it, because that is the most insulting thing to do when you are performing an action. It's like suppose Bhagavan is sitting there and he is asking for some, or you offer him water or something to drink, and at that time you are thinking, कल भगवान आएंगे तो मैं उनको क्या दे दूंगा. And while offering, you drop that water on his lap. You don't do it properly. So present is when Bhagwan is present in front of us. To take our life or mind in past and future, to live in the past and live in the future is like insulting the Lord who is there in the present. Whenever we experience Him, we will experience Him only in the present, not in the past, not in the future. Because past and future are just imagination. What is true is the present. Even when we had experienced past, it was experienced as present only. And whenever we experience future, it will be experienced as present. So if we learn to experience present, then we are all the time present. So nirashihi means not living in the future. Nirmamaha, without what you call sense of possessiveness, without mamatva. Mamatva means belongs to me, this is I and this is mine. And this all is because of our past. See, all our past creates a sense of I and mine. The more past is there, more sense of I and mine is there. All our memories, all the things which we have done, all the things which we have achieved, the work which we have done, and interaction with people, whatever we have earned, and everything of the past is called mama, my. Things are around me also, and in the past also. So here Bhagavan, when he says nirmamaha, means not living in your past. Without living in your past. Many people live in their past. वो भी क्या दिन थे and all. बचपन के दिन भी क्या दिन थे. But now you have become old. Now live in the present. No. हमारे ज़माने में ऐसा होता था. Nobody is interested in that zamana. Nobody is interested, not even their own friends are interested, but still people want to talk about it, want to live in that. Bhule Bishre Geet and all, they keep listening. Sometimes I also listen. Living in the past, drop the past and drop the future. You can learn from the past to help you to live in the present. You can plan your future so that you live better in the present. But live in the present. Don't live in the past or future. That is a very important point. A karma yogi is one who lives in the present. And this we find in animals, birds, plants. They never live in the past. That is the most beautiful thing. A dog who runs around here and there, meets with an accident, loses one of his legs. Again, he gets well, and then with 3 legs he runs. Never sits there, broods, पहले भी मेरे 4 पैर थे, कितना अच्छा था. क्या जमाना आ गया, कुत्तों के पैर तोड़ते हैं. So he never lives, broods over the past and all. He lives in the present. Like yesterday I gave the example of those little ants who carried that cockroach. Cockroach fell down, again they picked it up. They did not think, they might have learned something from that, but not that just keep on thinking. See, when we think of the past, when we live in the past, there is sorrow. There's experience of sorrow. And when we live in the future, there's experience of anxiety and worries and fear. Fear is experienced only with respect to future. Sorrow is experienced with respect to past. Past, whether I was happy or unhappy, both will give me sorrow in the present. Future gives rise to anxiety because I don't know. Future is I don't know, and past is I know. So what I know gives me sorrow, what I don't know also gives me fear. So Bhagavan says, if you want to be a karma yogi, you live in the present, because actions happen in present. Samskars happen or are there of the past, means impressions are there of the past. Results come in future. But actions happen in the present. So taking the right samskar and without getting attached to your result of the future, planning your future, you live and work in the present.